Hello everyone and welcome to In My Mug, episode 324 on the 25th of January 2015. I am your host, Stephen Layton, and unless you're really silly, you may notice that I am not in my normal studio. I'm in Kaganda, which is Kariga, which is a farm that we bought from back in 2010, owned by my good friend Brian, who's in there making coffee for me as we speak. We've been attacked by a leaf. Oh, outside broadcasts, they're so hard. Brian's been showing me all around the farm today, and it's a relationship that we're hoping to kind of maybe fire up in the future. Very excited about some of the things he's shown me on the farm, and I've recorded some audio with Brian and his farm manager that I'm hopefully going to put together as an audio booth, so keep your eyes and ears out for that one. There's no news this week, and there's no news because, well, I'm not in the studio and I don't know what I'm going to tell you. Okay, here's some news. I'm in Kenya. I've got no news. That's the news. And we're not going to focus on because I want to get this recorded and edited and up as soon as possible. But what I am going to tell you is about a tasty coffee that hopefully you've got with you there if you are a subscriber. So it's Kaganda. It's the Kaganda AB. It's an SL28 and SL34 varietal, and it comes from the Aberdare mountain range, which is around about, I think it's that way, and it's about 60 kilometres, so super close. And it's a washing station, or washing factory as they call them here. It's owned by 1,300 members, of which weighing around about 1,180 are active. It's an AB grade. Now what does that mean? So Kenya has a long history of grading on different sizes, different size of bean being a different grade. So a double A is meant to be the best, and an AB is meant to be not as good, and a C is meant to be bad, and a P is Peabury, which is meant to be phenomenal. And none of this makes any sense. We cooked double A's from Kaganda last year, and we cooked the ABs from there, and we preferred the ABs. In fact, most of last year we tended to prefer the ABs over the AAs. This year, what I've seen so far, I've been preferring a lot of the double A's over the ABs. It's what is good at the time. You know, I've had delicious peas, which is Peaburys, and I've had terrible Peaburys. So it really doesn't matter at all. The coffee is delivered by smallholder farmers, so most of them will own around about 200 trees. Like here where I am at the moment, this is an estate, it's like 250 hectares, so it's owned by a family, whereas this one comes from lots and lots of small members who will deliver small amounts to the factory. They will process it, and they will sell it to the auction system. The auction system is something that has hung around for quite a number of years and has kept the price of Kenya's coffee high. I should take these off maybe, shouldn't I? It's not quite rude of me to wear my sunglasses while I'm talking to you. It's kept the price of the coffee high. The coffee gets entered into the auction. There are different exporters that can buy the coffee from there, so they're traders, and they'll get sent samples, they'll cup them, and they'll go, yeah, this is good, this is bad, we pay this for this, pay this for this. Then they go and have an auction system where they press buzzers, and whoever presses the buzzer last gets the coffee. Kind of how an auction works. This was bought from that one, but was sent to us as a sample from our importer that works with an exporter. It's getting complicated, that we approved and sent back. It's a delicious coffee. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. We haven't shared so many of the Kenyans with you, and I didn't realise this until I was planning this trip, so it seemed like a good idea to do so now. SL28, SL34, the varietals, comes from Scottish Labs. These varietals have been around for years and years here. I think 1920s they were first introduced. Tends to be the profile of Kenya is a lot to do with these varietals. You may remember the El Salvador Escocia we did a few weeks back, which was SL28. Well, that comes from here, and yeah, it's a varietal that tends to be quite acidic and quite delicious. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Right, I'm going to whap you on pause. Brian's in there making me coffee. Like, bless him. How cool is that? He's making me the coffee of another producer, and yeah, I'll be back with you in just a second. So I told you a couple of weeks ago that In My Mugs were going to get quite short and small and not a lot of detail, and this week's Kenya Kaganda is no different. So we go up, and the problem is we're going down to Africa, and it's hard to get all of the information out of there.
But you know, I've been to Kenya recently, so I'm getting more local knowledge, and hopefully next time we come round to doing these, I will have even more detail to show you. But let's go down, and here we've got Kaganda to the left, and we've got Kanjathi to the right. But before we do that, we should go to our fact, which is Mount Kenya is the second highest mountain in Africa. And it's very dominant. Like, whenever you drive out of Nairobi, it's one of the first things you see. It's absolutely beautiful. There it is, look. Very, very beautiful. Up to 5,199 metres above sea level elevation, and it really is quite imposing. You can see what a big impact it is, and you can see Mount Kenya from the Aberdare mountain range, which is to the left there, which is very famous in coffee growing communities. Everybody knows about this place. But let's go down to Kaganda. Now you can see Google Earth wasn't being very happy this day. We didn't have a lot of information, but that is the exact coordinates of the washing station. So the highest point of Kenya is indeed Mount Kenya, funnily enough, and the lowest point is the Indian Ocean, which is pretty close to sea level, I'm guessing, because it's the ocean. And that was the map bit.
Okay, so I'm back. Told you it was going to be a short in my mug, didn't I? You brewed using Paulex and Cantans. Foolishly, and I mean really, left my scales at home, so there's a little bit of guesswork gone on here, and I'm fairly sure this is going to be a little over extracted, because I think I may have chucked a bit too much coffee at it. But so Kenya coffees and SL28s in particular are used to having this blackcurrant profile, and you really get this blackcurrant profile with this one. It is like zinging through, but it's not your normal blackcurrant. It's a little bit like, there's a little bit of licorice there. It's a little, I haven't done the shoulder for a while. And there's an acidity that's like lime acidity. It's like just punch in the face lime. It is absolutely delicious. And there's nothing like coming to Kenya and drinking Kenyan coffee on a Kenyan coffee farm. I might have to put some photos with this so you can kind of get a feeling for where I am and what I'm doing, because I'm really just sat next to a tree in a garden next to Brian's house. But it's delicious coffee, and I hope you're enjoying it. We're going to have a few Kenyans coming up in the next few weeks because I'm here and I forgot I hadn't done any of them, so be prepared. Do get ready for those. I'm sorry it's quick. I'm not good when I'm not prepared, and I don't have Roland's daft facts to do, and I don't have all the other things. But some things never change, because life is still too short for bad coffee.